Africans, I am making this video to warn you of a great evil I see coming. And if you do not heed my advice, what is about to happen in the future is going to be worse than what we have already experienced. Watch this video.
We are slowly getting rid of all seeds in fruits and vegetables, and honestly it's brilliant, because once every apple, grape, watermelon and tomato is seedless, guess who controls life itself? No more planting your own food, no more saving seeds for next season. Everything you eat, everything that grows, will come from our labs, and when the last natural seed is gone, that's when it gets fun. We can make them rare, expensive, maybe even licensed. Only billionaires that will have gardens, and everyone else will have to subscribe to eat. Sounds insane, right? But it's already happening. Seedless isn't convenience, it's containment. Every time you pick up a seedless fruit, you're holding a future that can't reproduce. So yeah, expect more seedless, everything. Because the easiest way to control the world is to stop it from growing. So remember to stay safe out there.
Okay, I happen to have been raised in a family where we were mostly peasant farmers, and we used to farm on large acres of land. There was a simple rule in my parents' house. Seed was sacred. There was a rule that you do not eat the seed. Even before you start consuming what you have harvested from your farm, you save the seed first, because that is what is going to guarantee continuity. That is what is going to continuously provide for you in the future. So seed was considered highly sacred. The worst thing you could do in my mother's house was to eat the seed, because every time she harvested something from her farm, she would select the best and then preserve it, because this is guarantee for provision in the future. This philosophy has kind of trickled down in everything I do in my life. I always think about the future, and I always make plans for the future. This practice of seed preservation is something that had been going on in my family and even in the community where I was raised for so many years that it became a culture. Until recent years, the government started something that every planting season, they come and give seeds to farmers. So farmers always look up to the government for seeds every year. And gradually, this has started affecting the culture of preserving the seeds. Farmers now begin to know that they don't have to preserve seeds anymore, because every year the government is coming to give them seeds, and they even tell them that these seeds are high-performing seeds than the ones you have. So every year, you have to look up to the government to provide seeds for you. And the kind of seeds they give you are what they call the genetically modified organisms. That means these seeds, they are high-performing, yes. They produce more per acre, yes. But at what cost? These seeds can't grow. If you replant them, they will not grow. I don't want to look at the effects this kind of seeds will have on the human organism, but I want us to look at things objectively. If you have a seed that after planting and harvesting you try to replant it, it can't grow, what do you really have? This is a new form of slavery that is being brought to Africa. When I saw this video, I was highly worried for Africa, because I know that Africans, we like to copy things a lot. We do things without even looking at the consequences or even trying to understand why are we doing these things. We are just attracted by things that are flashy without examining the cost. Now more and more people are planting high-performing seeds, as they call it. But the problem with this thing is that you have to depend on other people to produce those seeds for you, because on your own, you cannot produce the seeds. Now imagine a situation where one day they wake up and say seeds are scarce, we don't have seeds again. What are you going to do? Now think about it. If they wake up one morning and they say the people who produce the seeds have decided that they are not giving you seeds anymore, what are you going to do? The traditional seeds that you have done away with them because you think they are not performing well, and you have adopted the high-performing seeds. Now this has led you to a form of slavery, and this is what I'm seeing coming in the future, because more and more African farmers have stopped preserving the seed. They always go and buy, or they look up to the government to provide seeds for them. What are the consequences of this in the future? That is what I'm looking at. There will come a time where you have your land, you have everything, but there is no seed for you to plant. Is that not the worst form of slavery? At least in the days of slavery, our ancestors had the freedom to farm their land, to grow their own crops. because they had the seeds, they could control the seed. Now they are taking away the seed from us, and we are opening our eyes and watching it happen. It starts slowly until it snowballs into something that we can no longer control. We are watching it happen slowly. When it gets to that point where we have to wait for some people somewhere to decide when we get seeds and when we do not get seeds, is that not another form of slavery? So my advice to you Africans is, go back to your roots. Try to find out how your ancestors did some of these things. It is true you can adopt mechanized agriculture because it allows you to farm a large plot of land. But when it comes to issues of seeds, be very careful. Nowadays, we see watermelon without seeds, oranges without seeds, apples, no seeds inside. What do you think we are doing to ourselves? We are already subscribing to a new form of slavery. Slavery has never ended. Slavery is something that keeps metamorphosing and coming back in different forms. This is the new form of slavery that is coming, and Africans, if we don't take care of this issue, it is going to be worse than what has happened in the past. Imagine a time where we can't even grow our own food. We can't feed ourselves. We have to beg other people to feed us. That is the worst form of slavery that can happen. Go back to your roots and try to be who you are. Stop this issue of trying to copy other people's culture. I have said it and I will still say it.